Yo, what's going on, man? Wash your phalanges and wash your backside, man. Thanks to everybody that's here. I know they're gonna start pulling up in a second because, as usual, YouTube play those games. But on T History Show, and we just about to have some fun, man. I have a talented guest that came in on party with me tonight, man. So we're gonna get it started right, man. Brother, will you let everybody know who you are, even though the name's up there? I like for my guests to tell everybody who you are. And let the
What's
show
good
begin.
is DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. Hashtag I am Buffalo. Was good.
See, everybody does that, man. I always that'd be my first line too, right there. Everybody puts it off like that. But anyway, would you let everybody know where you from and where you grew up at?
Okay, I'm from born and raised in Buffalo, New York. I was born on the west side of Buffalo, but I moved to the east side probably when I was around like 11 or 12. So I'm from the east side of Buffalo, area called Central Park. I don't know if you guys, I mean, you guys are probably familiar with Griselda. West Side Gun is
Hmm.
from the same West Side Gun is from the same neighborhood that I'm from. He's from like a couple blocks the other way, but we from the same neighborhood.
Um, say that even though people are not too familiar with Buffalo, what would be the difference of like what you said from the West Side, and that's probably why he is what would make sense. That's why he's West Side Gun. What is the difference of the East Side and the West Side?
Actually, it's even though his name is West Side Gun, he's from the East Side, so we're both from the East Side. I don't know why his
Oh,
name is West Side Gun, but um, East Side of Buffalo is like it's hard to explain. It's basically like I would say like a smaller Chicago as far as like the East Side of Buffalo. The West Side of Buffalo is like a. I never been to New York City, but you ever see like the movies where they be like going through like New York City? It's like they have like a bunch of like different shops and like there's a bunch of different like foreign people and stuff like that. The West Side is mostly like foreign people and like Spanish people. Not saying all of them, but most of them. But then the East Side is pretty much the hood. I mean, the West Side is the hood too, but the East Side is pretty much like the hood.
okay. So, but you're from the East Side.
Yeah, I'm from the East Side.
Well, at the same time, though, on the East Side, growing up, my man, how would you say how was your life experiences growing up in Buffalo? Like, just tell us a day in Buffalo. Either way you want, flip it from the East Side or the West Side. Just growing up as a kid in Buffalo, what type of things
Honestly,
happened?
like with me, long story short, when I was in grade school, I wound up getting suspended and I had to go to school on the west side. So I'm one of the few people from the east side that got connections on the west side. Like I'm down there from all over. Like they showed me love over there also too. But growing up on the east side was just honestly just bad. Like it's a bunch of killing. I seen probably like at least 6, 7 of my friends get killed right in front of me. It's basically like the typical hood. Like a lot of people think of Buffalo and they think of like the Buffalo Bills. And they think, oh, it's just farmland and cows and buffaloes roaming around and
Hmm.
shit like that. Like there's none of that. Like the Buffalo Bills don't play in Buffalo. They don't live in Buffalo. They have nothing to do with Buffalo. Like the actual city, they play out in Orchard Park. The actual city of Buffalo is just a hood. Like I've never seen a real Buffalo in my life. Like in order to see some cows, you got to drive out about an hour, probably half an hour, 45 minutes out. But yeah, it's basically just like every other hood in America. It's just that it's a little bit more dangerous only because it's smaller. There's nowhere to hide. Like you're gonna bump into somebody if you have an issue with them. There's no unless you just stay in the house, you're gonna bump into somebody. So I would say it's a little bit more dangerous. And I don't like the like I don't glorify it, but if you look up like the most dangerous cities in New York State, Buffalo,
Hmm.
Niagara Falls, and Rochester is always like top 3. That's including New York City as far as Brooklyn, Queens, all that stuff too. Probably because we're smaller, so it makes a bigger impact. But yeah, it was bad. I mean, some good things too, but growing up was bad.
Right. I'm kind of familiar with Troy a little bit. How far is Troy from you?
Honestly, my first time hearing about Troy was during one of my
Shit.
lives. I didn't even know Troy was in New York. I've never been to Troy. I don't know where Troy's at, but I believe it's out there near like Schenectady and stuff like that. So it's probably no more than like a couple hours away. But I've never been to Troy, New York.
Mm. I didn't think it was that far. So the things that you do, what did what type of influences and how did your environment as a kid, what I'm saying, rub off on you? Like I see that you have the DJing, and then we're gonna get to that a little bit later. But like when you was in school and stuff like that, did you play any sports, any football, any basketball? Or
Nah, it's crazy. Like right now, y'all probably gonna judge me if y'all watching this right now, but I'm probably the only black male in America that's not in the sports. I couldn't name 5 active players or any sports. I tried playing football. for a couple weeks in high school. And then I got offered a job at McDonald's. So I was like, get paid to flip burgers, get hit on the field for free. So I went and flipped burgers. So I played football for about 2 weeks, and then I quit and went and got a job. I was always about $1, always about trying to make some money. So I pretty much did that. I wasn't really into the sport thing. I don't understand the concept of getting hit for free. Like if I go to the NFL, yeah, I get a bag, but I'm not about to be playing college and
you didn't
high
want to
school
be
football
dedicated.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get hit
for that commitment, and you wanted to see it right then and there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, so what I would say is that at the same time, like that's good, and then nothing wrong with being a good kid. Like, I mean, do you consider yourself a good kid? Like, any trials? What was the trials and tribulation, if you have any? Was you, saying you said you work? Did you flip that? Did you flip burgers and flip something else?
I mean, just like. Yeah, definitely allegedly. Just like anybody else, I came up the same way. The only thing that with me was that I got to a point where I realized that it was headed nowhere. Like either I got to do something positive, do something that I can, my mom can be proud of me, do stuff for my family with that too, or just play around in the streets. Like at a very young age, I learned that shit takes you nowhere. Like either you're gonna be dead or in jail, and I kind of just focus on trying to help other people not end up dead or in jail. So that's where the whole music thing came into a part, as far as me trying to help other artists get their music and stuff, because I felt like the hour that they was in the studio with me, that's the hour that they're not risking their life outside. So that's pretty much how I got tied in like that. I mean, I've done some things too, nothing too major or whatever like that, but
right.
Yeah, I would say I was just that, the kid that's in the hood that's just like, he's with everybody, but it's like he's smart enough to know, like, yo, we probably shouldn't be riding with a suspended license, smoking weed, two bricks in the car. I was that kid. Like, yo, this is probably not. Let's do it a little bit smarter, or whatever like that. So I was pretty much that kid.
Right, that's what's up. Also, I'd say, so what got you inclined, like dealing with music? I mean, do you rap yourself? Do you make beats, or what is it that you do as far as the music is concerned?
How I got started with music is my mom is a poet. She used to teach like writing classes and poetry and stuff in school before she got hurt. So I always had the gift of doing poetry. So I always like wrote poetry and stuff like that. And then I started doing I actually started off doing gospel rap. I used to rap at like churches and stuff like that. And then just going through so much stuff in the hood, it just took a toll on me. So I opened up a studio called Bandananna Studios, where, like I said, a lot of those guys that was actively still in the streets and come to my studio and record and stuff. So that led to me doing a studio, that led to me doing production. And I was heavy on the production thing, and then my computer crashed. I lost all my beats, so I gave up on that. And then I just started really just rocking with the music. And then I wind up getting on radio. And then once I got on radio, I watched some of the other DJs that interested me. And then I became a DJ. So I wasn't always a DJ. I started off doing poetry and rapping. It wasn't until I got on radio that I actually pursued being a DJ.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, we're on radio station, regardless of how major or how small. What radio station did you first get your chance with?
It was actually 93.7 WBOK. It's actually that's our biggest station that's here in Buffalo, New York. It reaches all the way to Canada, partly to Toronto and all that too. That's the station that I was on. I'm no longer with them right now, but I was on WBOK for about 15 years straight. And that's I think it's actually the either the oldest not the oldest urban radio station in America, I believe.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Little old Buffalo doing big major things.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you and step back to that. So growing up, and I'm surprised that you said you've never been in the city, like you've never been to Brooklyn before.
No, I've never been in New York City, and I've never been in Toronto. And Toronto is like 2 hours away from us. Like I can see Canada from my job. I've never been to Toronto.
Are you just really, because I know how it is. There's a lot of people. I'm from Boston. And I know a lot of people have never lost. Our major hood is, say Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan, and I know a lot of people who haven't left those places. Is it like a precaution? Is it just no reason, no family over there, or just or to just like fuck them? Like,
no, it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not a precaution, like I said, because I come from the worst city in New York State, and I come from the worst neighborhood in my city. It was just really no reason to go. Like the area that I grew up in, like Central Park, we had our own high schools, we had our own grocery stores, clothing stores, all that. Like we never really had a reason to leave the neighborhoods. Like even now, when I'm going to somebody's house or meet somebody, it might be a street that's 20 minutes away from me. I've never seen a street. I gotta Google how to get there, because growing up, I never really needed to leave the neighborhood. I never really been like a Toronto's more like partying. You go out there for parties and stuff like that too. Like I said, the neighborhood I grew up in, it was people getting killed left and right. So I kind of I was always super cautious. Like I ain't about to go out there and party in a whole different country and something happen. Like I don't know. It just never really. I do want to go to New York though because I'm the #1 Dipset fan. I got to see Harlem before I die. Like there's not somebody who loves Dipset more than me.
Yeah, that's black culture like a motherfucker. You definitely go. I mean, I'd have been to Harlem. You definitely got to go to Harlem. That's black culture like a motherfucker. And I also want to put that same thing in there to you, like far as hearing hip hop music, which like you said, you like the dips and stuff like that. Have you ever felt a certain way about like like not that you feel a certain way now when you just let it be known that there's more bodies and stuff out there, whatever. But do you ever feel disrespected by the Five Boroughs, whether it's music or what you just said for crime rate or whatever? Do you ever feel like when somebody be like, "Oh, Buffalo," like the
No,
niggas you don't know?
I never really got offended by it, only because like I went to college, this college called ECC South, and ECC South was a bunch of people that play sports. A lot of people from New York City would come to ECC South, which is out where the Buffalo Bills play at. And then when they would hear about Buffalo, about the shit that what was going on with us, that's crazy. I'd never come over there. Like, fam, you from Brooklyn? Like, what you mean you wouldn't come? Because the little old Buffalo Central Park. So it never really got offended from it. And like a lot of times, I think the misconception is that a lot of people from New York City kind of feel that Buffalo wants to be part of New York City because they only respect New York City. But we go out of our way to make sure that we say we are a separate thing. Like Buffalo, New York is not part of New York City. It's probably 6-7 hours away. We told two totally separate things, even though it's New York State. And there's no beef in it like that, but it's just a lot of people from New York City kind of feel like, oh, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm from Harlem, little old Buffalo, whatever that too. But that kind of changed with the whole Griselda thing, with Benny Conway and Westside and all them too. Now they kind of respect it because a lot of their legends is like, yo, these are them next guys, these are them dudes, this is who we passing the torch to. And then a lot of them actually got a chance to come to Buffalo and actually see the hood, see these different areas. Like, yo, this shit is pretty bad. A lot of times people just don't know. So I never really took offense to it.
Right. Is there anybody like any so far I seen like your brothers when we first started talking, like I said, and I wasn't saying that because you doing this.
Yeah.
Like the cast that you showed me, I seen that video of the other night on your show. The niggas was nice. Like I like, it's always underground jewels. Has it been, is there somebody just like a legend or somebody from Buffalo that puts it on besides, what I'm saying, Griselda? I'm pretty sure you probably brush some type of shoulders, but is it somebody that's a legend or somebody that's good that you would like to rock with just from your area that you haven't?
Honestly, it's crazy. Somebody asked me that question the other day, but realistically, I was the only DJ on radio that actually supported local artists. So even before Griselda was Griselda, when a lot of people don't know, like Benny the Butcher, before he's Benny the Butcher, he was 2 Chainz Benny Man. This before 2 Chainz. He's the first original 2 Chainz. So I've been supporting artists before it was the cool thing to do. So it's not, I can't say it's an artist in the city who I wanted to work with that I can't work with, because I got over 100 mixtapes hosted, done thousands of events and stuff like that too. So there's not really an artist I could say that I would want to work with that I haven't worked with yet. I mean, I'm open to pretty much all artists, but yeah.
My fault. All right. So since you haven't been in the city, so have you took your show on the road period though? Like have you been to LA? Have you been in any big market cities? Have you been to Atlanta like to set up and DJ and do anything like that?
I've been to other places, but not to DJ. Like I said, DJ wasn't my first love. Like I only fell in love with DJing because I was already at the radio. My love was supporting Buffalo music. So everything that I do, even when I went to Atlanta, I didn't go there to DJ. I was just on some random trip to Atlanta, but I made sure I passed out Buffalo mixtapes, put people on the Buffalo music. Like the DJ thing wasn't really, I love DJing, but it wasn't like my first love. Like if I never DJ again, I still be okay. So I've been to pretty places. I've been to Mexico 5 times. I've been to the island of St. Vincent. I've been to Texas, Atlanta, a bunch of different places. But most of them wasn't based off of music. It was just some random, just I'm out of town type stuff.
Right. So even yourself, so you saying you got bars though? You got bars as well, or you?
Well, I haven't rapped in a while. Like I said, this is probably like 15 to 20 years ago when I had like the whole rapping thing. But one of the goals that I set for 2021 was because the purpose of me getting a studio, like what happened was when I got my studio, there was a guy who was supposed to help me record my music and say, I'm gonna give you a bunch of this equipment and stuff like that too. And he kind of just led me along. He never did it. So I was like, I'm gonna do it myself. So I opened up the studio to record myself, but I was like, I got an opportunity to help other people. And years went on down the line where I recorded probably thousands of songs, but I ain't got 3 songs of my own recorded. So 2021, I was like, I'm gonna put together like an 8-song EP. It's gonna be called Bandananna Black Presents Sinner's Prayer. And even if it never comes out, that's one of my goals. I'm gonna have 8 tracks of my own joint, just so I can say that I actually reached that goal for 2021. So I can still rap. It's just gonna take me a little bit longer because I haven't done it in a while. But before the end of this year, I will have an EP
out. What about like working with have you before or now or future? Because I know there has to be. What about some how you feel about the female artists in Buffalo? Are some nasty female artists in Buffalo?
Oh yeah, of course. I don't know if you ever heard of you probably have 38 Special and the whole Trust gang and stuff like that too. They from Rochester, but they got a
What they
girl.
got?
Yeah, they got Che Noir. So I actually supposed to have her on the channel too. So Che Noir is dope. We got Kayla Bishop. We got a girl named Sen that's super dope. We got Kilo Monroe. There's a bunch of female artists. I've worked with pretty much everybody. I've done something with pretty much every. If it's an artist that's from Buffalo and they say they haven't worked with me, they're not from Buffalo. Or if they don't know who I am, they're not from Buffalo.
Cause see, like over here, like right now, it's just building up. We my channel start. I have ladies, and then like right, a couple of them they like battle rapping and stuff like that. So if
Yeah.
you was like to manage them or manage or have something to be involved with them, would you think that it would be better for them, like when like how they do with the battle rap? Would you want to? Do you think it would be better, like instead of like having a girl in a group? Do you think it would be better to just like have the girls be like 3 deep in the group or 2 in the group instead of trying to mix them with the men? You see what I'm
Um,
saying? Like,
it really depends on the caliber of the artist. Honestly, like I said, the artists like Che Noir or Kilo Moreau or Sen, they're better than most of the dudes that's out anyway. So it really wouldn't make a difference. Not that they're gonna get overshine, but it really depends on the artist. Like I mean, I respect the battle game and I respect the regular song game, but it really depends on the artist. A lot of times groups will pull a female artist in that's not that good, but it's just because she's part of the group, she can sell some records. But most of the artists, like all the artists I just named as far as the female artists, you can put them up pretty much against any male artist that's out there.
all right. Back again, you said you've been doing this lately, but have you DJed any parties out there, done any like did any good parties with any
Um,
artists like this yeah, the showcase with you like featuring some artists and stuff like that live?
yeah, I've done I can't even name how many countless showcases, talent shows, stuff like that too. I've actually DJed. They brought Funkmaster Flex here. I opened up for him. They brought Trina here. I DJed that joint. They brought what was the girl from Crime Mob? Diamond from Crime Mob. A bunch of different artists. Even being at the radio station, I met like a bunch of different artists and stuff too. So I got early interviews with Uncle Murder. I got early interviews with Freaky Zeke at a Dipset. I got an interview with Mano. Hold on, is that Mano? No, Uncle Murder. I got a drop from Mano. I got an interview with Uncle Murder, a bunch of these different people. And I still got connections. Like, even though I've never been in New York City, I've done so many favors and helped out so many labels in New York City that if I go to New York City right now, I could pretty much go to any label and I know somebody that's there. I can go meet whoever, do whatever. I just never go.
Right. So I mean, so when the one maybe if Flex was there, when you did a show, like how does that could you like the people that follow both of us and rock with us, our supporters, I don't like saying follow or subscribe, just get the audience like what is that adrenaline like, what is that feeling like, you know what I'm saying, when you was just or the same thing like when you're in the studio with somebody that's nice and you know what I'm saying and you're filming, like how's that like that feeling?
Honestly, like I've never had like a feeling where I was like nervous or anything like that with any artist except for like Funkmaster Flex. Because as a DJ, Funkmaster Flex was like, say if you play basketball and you go to the park and you playing basketball and Jordan sitting at the bench watching you. That's kind of how it was when they brought Funkmaster Flex. That was like my my unofficial OG. I don't fuck with Flex now. I think he's a total bozo now because of some other stuff that he did. But as far as then, that was like my idol. So DJing for him, I was nervous as hell. I was scared as hell. But at the end of the joint, he was like, "Yo, you did your thing, man. They giant rock, which I could tell that the city fuck with you. Keep doing your thing." And I kept doing my thing and pretty much blew up as far as in this region.
Right. And you gave me a good question right there too. How does that happen? Like where does that go when you do aspire and you like somebody like that and then they do the bozo thing?
You gotta
Where
kind
does
of
it
just
take?
you gotta kind of just I still respect Funkmaster Flex as a DJ, as a radio personality, because honestly, as a radio personality, he's in a class of his own as far as what he's done, as far as long as he's been on there. And me also too in this region. There's never been anybody in Buffalo radio that's been on radio more than 10 years straight. I've been on for 15 years, over 15 years straight. So I kind of following his footsteps with it. So when he did the bozo stuff, it was kind of like, damn, Flex, like you was my. It kind of hurt at the end of the day. Like, not that you mad and like that, but it kind of hurt because it's like I would fight somebody over Flex back then. Like if you said something bad about Flex back then, I probably would fight.
Right.
Now I'll probably agree, but it's just one of those situations where you got to kind of still respect what they did and who they were, and just accept who they are now. Like if he bozo now, he bored now, then that's him.
I would say, because that's just quite interesting. But like on the flip side of the last one on this, is that like how would you feel is like in not just him, but anybody that does this, if they're just doing a job, just like somebody that's just like the what do you call that? Loss prevention. Like if you're stealing and the guy's just, he's just stopping you from stealing. It's just his job. Like if he's putting on and he's saying some bullshit that's just irking you, but he's kind of just doing his job, but behind the scenes, he's like, that's bullshit. I just did that for the state.
I understand that because being on radio, I've had to do the same thing to a certain extent. Like I never compromise as far as like the things that I stand on, but I understand just doing your job. And just let me just explain as far as the Funkmaster Flex thing. It wasn't something that he was just doing his job. What I'm talking about as far as with Flex, he was beefing with Dame Dash, and he put up a picture of Aaliyah and Jay-Z, and basically was kind of alluding to Dame Dash, like Jay-Z had her first, she's getting passed around. Now Aaliyah's been dead for years. Like why would even if you beef with Dame Dash, don't bring somebody like Aaliyah who's passed away who can't defend themselves. And then the same thing with the whole Tupac thing. Like you want to diss and talk bad about Tupac. Funkmaster Flex was Funkmaster Flex when Tupac was alive. Why you ain't had that energy when Pac was in New York? You see what I'm saying? So when you make certain moves like that, I just can't respect it. He from New York City. In Buffalo, that's not gonna rock. Like you can't do that. If the man was alive when you was alive and you ain't say nothing, you can't say nothing now. That's bozo.
Exactly. A lot of people do that a lot. Another question I'm gonna ask you before, like I do everybody get to the game. I'm gonna say, how do you adjust in life socially and digitally because of technology? You know what I mean? Like far as like, back in the days growing up, we bag a chick in the face, not doing it through TikTok, not doing it through Instagram, not doing it through Facebook. And then what you do as a DJ and how you do with music. How have you like maneuvered around that?
I like the era that we in now, especially with technology and stuff, because it makes everything easier. Like pretty much, like even like right now, where I'm at right now, I'm sitting at probably like maybe a $4,000 or $5,000 setup, and this is like me just over the year or two buying pieces of equipment. But I can literally do the exact same thing that we're doing right now off of my phone because of technology. Like I can go outside and do this off my phone. So I think technology is good now. A lot of people don't respect it only because it's a little bit easier, but this is the perfect time to be doing anything online because half the world is shut down. Like you got nothing to do but be in the house and watch TV or be online. So this is the perfect time to do anything. But I mean, I rock with it. I like technology. Like anything that makes my job easier, I'm cool with it. As long as I can still have it to a certain standard, I rocks with it.
So okay, so far like working with the artists and I mean, how does that feel? Like did like just like me just hollering at you and you responded and came up here? Would it takes a special person to do that type of thing. But like, just explain like how does that feel like being somebody to try to support people trying to come up versus seeing how so many people try to block other people.
Honestly, all I can say is I've always been this way with everything. Like I'll get a shirt off my back. I'm always willing to help somebody, always willing to do something. So it feels good because I've been in your position. I've been doing YouTube videos and I might not have 40,000 views or 40,000 subscribers or something like that too. And I remember when I was at that point, I would reach out to other YouTubers, promote them and stuff like that too. They wouldn't share, shout me out, have me on the channel. I was willing to pay them to interview them, and they wouldn't do it. So I was like, you know what? When I get in a position, I'm gonna at least try to do it. Like, unfortunately, I can't do everybody. So if everybody that's on my channel say I want to interview you or whatever like that too, I can't do it. But you just happen to be on supporting, and we linked. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it because it don't cost me nothing to do this. I'm literally sitting in my dining room. Like I'm actually cooking dinner at the same time too. It might be burning right now, but it don't cost me nothing to do that. Like if I can help somebody, then why not? Because a lot of people look at it as competition. Like if I pull you up, then you're gonna try to get higher than me. That's the wrong mindset. If I pull you up and I happen to fall 3 months from now, then you might give me a hand to get up a few steps. And that's not saying that's the reason why I'm doing it, but at the end of the day, as long as what you're doing is pure in everything in life, not just YouTube, as long as what you're doing is pure, it don't matter what somebody is doing to you or what they're doing wrong to you. I kind of just leave that up to God. So a lot of times I won't even, I don't even think that way.
That's good shit, brother. And I think, all right now, I'm just gonna do it. See, it's not a right or wrong answer to this. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna ask you a question. You're just gonna answer it. What's the better one? All right. You
Okay.
ready?
Yep.
All right. Um, me or us?
Us.
Build or destroy?
Bill.
Bentley.
I can't afford either, so I'm gonna go with the Bentley.
I feel you. Moet or Bel Air?
I never tasted Moet before, so I'm gonna have to go with Bel Air.
Rubber or raw?
That's I don't think I
TMI, none of my business. Just
no, I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna go with the first one.
Fitted a dad hat.
I got a big ass head, so I gotta go with the fitted. I can't even fit most dad hats.
Pool or jacuzzi?
Pool. I'm an avid swimmer, so pool.
City or country?
Country.
Big or pop?
And I'm from New York, so they're gonna kill me for this, but I gotta go with pop.
Cube or face?
Face.
Ghostface or Styles P?
No disrespect to Ghostface, but I gotta go with Styles P.
Mobb Deep or Griselda?
I'm from Buffalo, so I gotta go with Griselda.
Bills or Patriots?
I'm not in the sports, but I know Bills is from Buffalo, so I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Patriots. Leather or suede?
Suede.
Nike or Adidas?
All right, before I answer the Nike or Adidas, right? Shout out to everybody that's in your chat right now, too. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Make sure y'all support. But Nike or Adidas, I'm gonna have to go with Nikes. I'm an Air Max guy.
Paper or plastic?
Plastic.
Condo or mansion?
Mansion.
Beats or rhymes?
Beats.
Thick or thin?
Thick.
Boobies or ass?
The second one.
You don't want that chef to whoop your ass. Looks or substance?
Looks.
Love or lust?
Love.
Real or fake?
Real.
Again, you don't want to be on the couch. Weave or natural?
Um, Natural.
Shoot or fight?
Definitely shoot.
Rich or famous?
Rich.
Home meal or fast food?
Home meal.
Chicken or beef?
Chicken.
Shoes or sneakers?
Definitely sneakers.
Jeans or pants?
I thought they was both the same thing, so I'm gonna go with jeans.
Auto or revolver?
A revolver that solve a lot of problems.
Wifey or thotty?
Definitely wifey.
Watch or ring?
Watch.
Movie or documentary?
That's a hard one. Movie.
Whip or truck?
Truck.
Damn, this is kind of yeah, this is good, different to flip it. What would be like what you do? What would you be your party playlist for the like the first 15 to 20 minutes?
My party playlist.
Yeah. Or club.
Dipset, G Unit, Jeezy, Joe Button, Griselda. pretty much that lane. I'm more into like street music, so more than that lane.
All right. 90s rap or 2000s rap?
They gonna kill me for this, but I might have to go with the 2000s rap.
Now swag or 90s fly?
I'm gonna go with 90s fly only because this now swag, like niggas be wearing man purses and dresses talking about this swag. Like I can't do it.
Quickie or marathon?
Marathon.
Bed, backseat of the Jeep?
Bed.
Blunts or wraps?
I don't smoke, so I'm gonna go with blunts only because I'm more familiar with that.
Mask on or mask off?
Definitely mask on.
Head or buns?
The first one.
You rather read or just get it off the internet?
Get it off the internet.
Okay. Thank you for completing that. That was cool. So I'm gonna get back to update, man. How long have you been on? How long have you been on YouTube, and how have you been utilizing it?
How long have I been on YouTube? Real quick, too, I just want to say, if y'all hear somebody like screaming in the background, my fiance is playing Call of Duty like literally 6 feet away from me. So if y'all hear a bunch of die, he's on me. Nothing's going on. She's just playing Call of Duty right there. But what was the question again? My bad.
How long you been on YouTube, bro?
Oh, I've been on YouTube for about a little over 20. Like I had a YouTube channel probably for about 10 years, but I didn't upload anything. But as far as actively on YouTube, around 2 years.
All right. So I mean, how's the success? How has it been?
It started off kind of hard only because I mean, you know the struggle. Like you trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time. Like I got my first 2 million views just using my iPhone, but I wasn't monetized. So I hit all of the goals and all that too. I had 2 million views, like 7,000 subscribers, but it just took like a year to monetize me. So it was kind of a struggle. I just stayed consistent with it. But once that first direct deposit hit, and I was like, oh, I could really make some money off of this joint and do what I love because I was doing it anyways for free. It's kind of been
Right.
easy. Like this is naturally what I do. Like when I was on radio, I'm doing the same thing on YouTube that I was doing on radio. The only difference is nobody can tell me what I can and can't say, what I can and can't do. So the same thing I was doing on radio is what I'm doing on YouTube. I just stay natural to myself. I don't try to do anything for views. Even if I like, say for example, if somebody sent me an exclusive video of Kylie Jenner getting robbed, now I probably get 10 million views off of that. I wouldn't do a video on it. I wouldn't post it because that's not me. And people will understand that when they watch the video of me doing it, they know that I'm only doing it for views. So if you notice, I only do stuff that either interests me or something that I can add something to. It's not really about the, I mean, it's about the money too, but it's not about the money and views for me because I have 2 other jobs and other stuff going on.
Yeah, that's what's good. That's gonna lead up to something else too. Exactly. You do something. You're an entrepreneur. Would you let the folks know how that is?
Say it one more time.
Aren't you an entrepreneur? Let you tell them folks about your entrepreneurship.
I don't know whether it's technically entrepreneurship, but it's basically like I have my own company as far as Bandana ENT. Besides YouTube, I do some consulting. I do a lot of promotion, a lot of behind the scenes stuff as far as promoting records and clubs, radio, stuff like that. That's pretty much what it is as far as entrepreneurship. Is just that I invested into myself, and now I can pretty much do what I want on my platforms.
Cool. How huge is the gaming side of YouTube and like and also like is it kind of explained this a few minutes ago, but you do gaming as well, right? And does that put up numbers and is it just a hobby or is it just a hobby?
Honestly, I just like I only play really Call of Duty. Well, I only play Call of Duty. It's a long story short, but I can't play it right now. But it's I just love to do I love doing it anyways, and it was a platform for it. So I just started streaming it. So even like one time I was playing like a Mortal Kombat game. I played for like 2 hours. I didn't win one round, like not even one game, just one round. And I still wound up making like $60 off of that stream. So I'm like, shit, I'm playing the game anyways. I might as well just hit record or hit stream while I'm doing it and see what happens. So I did that. I wind up reaching a goal on Twitch to where I can finally I'm really close to getting monetized on Twitch, Facebook gaming also. And it was just something I just like doing anyways. Like after a long day, I just like playing Call of Duty and screaming at people and shooting shit up.
Right. You got one of your fans that been watching for years pulled up on me, say, "Hey, oh shit, it's DJ Bandananna Black in the building." Yes, sir, Jay. You still out
Shout out,
there in DR shooting up good shit?
definitely shout out Jay Magaheen. I'm probably saying
You
your
know
name wrong.
Mike J Mag. I can always fuck up his name too, but that's my man Jay. I think Jay's out of like not Cleveland. He's somewhere in Illinois, somewhere else
Oh,
in the
okay,
Chicago.
okay. Shouts out
He
to the
got a
homie
channel
Jay.
too. On the
Oh, okay.
family, subscribe to his channel. He got a good channel too. He be in DR and overseas. He's the traveler.
Okay, I'm gonna check him
Yeah.
out.
What I was gonna say because I actually. Oh, this is a good one too. I want you to let me know how do you feel about the excitement of YouTube. How do you feel about YouTube beef, and have you caught any?
I mean, I haven't really caught any like real YouTube beef. For anybody that watched me, they know me and a particular YouTuber. We had some differences. He did a video about me. I did a video about him. We kind of went back and forth. But I'm from a I'm from a city where it's either on or it's not. So like I can't have real beef on YouTube. Like if we not even in the I can't go clap you if I want to. Like you're in a whole different city. So that's not beef to me. As far as like people YouTube beefing, as long as y'all getting views, getting money, and it's not nothing serious, I wouldn't support it. I wouldn't like tell you to do it, but I mean, I don't know. Like YouTube beef is kind of whack unless it's like really benefiting both of y'all. So if y'all both getting views from it, his fans is watching you, your fans is watching him, and y'all not really gonna clap each other in real life, then I don't really see a problem with it. Like I've really only had maybe
Right.
honestly one YouTuber who I had an issue with, and I don't even know him in real life. Like I wish the best for him. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just different. Like I grew up different. Like if it's beef and YouTube beef is just we just playing around talking shit. That's not beef to me.
Right. Right. That's how like I feel. I mean, and like I feel about this too. I took a lot of shots the whole time I've been leaving alone because, like you said, we come from the same type of places type, or just our mentality. I believe it's the same on.
Yeah.
Look at you, like piece of horse. Yeah, piece of horse, the big guy, the biggie
He
Jew.
said,
So
shout
we
out to
already
Anthony
know.
Drew. He said, shout out to Hassan Campbell. Shout
Yeah,
out, he
we
knew I
already
was talking
know.
about.
Yeah, he
Shout out
knew. I knew too. I knew
to
too. But that's
yeah,
when I first started seeing you coming around everybody. But horse is horse. And it'd be different. My thing is like for me, even on a lower level, is like my thing that kills me about, like you said, if nothing's gonna happen. I just a lot of times when I build relationship with these people, it's good. Just like you'll see eventually, like me and you, like you see, I hate you and you hit
yeah,
me back. Like it's just not gonna done off of this. I'll still see what up, and it don't have to be best of friends. But either way, I just like if we really got problems, then you see how we connected the first time. That's how it's
yeah,
supposed to be. It ain't making no videos and doing all that crazy shit. So
yeah,
that's what I don't like about it. It's like if we have an issue, then you gonna shoot videos without hollering at me. That's the shit. So I already know it's a game. So like I told somebody else too, people could take it's phony, but everybody like it's entertainment, and I get it. It's now if we set up the wrestling match, just put me into it. Don't just go set up a wrestling match on your own, nigga, that I don't
yeah,
know about. That shit's just it's dry and corny as hell, bro. Like that
yeah,
WWE shit, man, and it just doesn't work. Like, and I'll give it to cats because some of them cats they put on great events without even writing the script. The script just fixes itself. But like you said, we come from and not trying to talk like that. But people do come from areas where like what you're doing in our age too, bro. That's the thing too.
yeah,
Then we're not little kids, bro. So the maturity, the age level, and what we've been through is like I don't know if what you're doing. That this shit's different type of shit. So
yeah.
all right.
Two things I want to say on that is that one, you absolutely right. I agree with you on that. Like people was on different type times. Like one time I had said, like when they was doing like the whole YouTube boxing thing over there 2 days like, oh, you gonna box, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. Like, and I said, like, I'm not willingly fist fighting anybody. Because the city I'm from, whether you win or lose, they probably gonna clap you after it anyway. So I'm skipping all of that. If we have either we cool or we have an issue and one of us can't live anymore. So rather than do that, you go your way, I go my way. We can respect each other and do that. But one other thing too that you said that I want to point out, and I'm saying this to help you. Like what you said is that you on a lower level. Don't ever think what you're doing is on a lower level. Don't ever say what you're doing is like I used to say like, oh, my little YouTube channel or my little thing. You gotta
I got
you gotta speak it like I'm you on the same level as fucking Jake Paul or fucking PewDiePie or something like that. You gotta
I
mentally
got
feel that way and speak it and keep it going.
that's
Like I said, I do the same thing sometimes. I'm like on my little YouTube channel because I'm compared to somebody else, but it's something about you speaking and feeling that you're on that level that help you get to that level.
well, I really do know that it's up there, but I know
Yeah,
that's something you told me when we talked when you hit me on your lot.
yeah,
Exactly. I'm saying for one, like people say that speaking of existing and then don't feel like that. But
yeah,
that's still some sarcasm too,
yeah.
and
It's
just how
natural. It's
we speak.
natural. Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about, and I accept it on the advice, no doubt.
Because
What else?
even honestly speaking, like on my channel, I got like I'm close to like 60,000 subscribers, 8 million views. I rarely have you got 15, 20 people on your live right now. With the amount where my channel's at, I never really have 15, 20 people that's on the actual live. So that's good. You doing better than me, especially on a live.
Right. I mean, because that's what I'm saying. And then it's a community we brought, like Tim Sue just and so we all try to help, and that's what we like. A couple of people don't mess with, and we all been just supporting each other, and that's a great thing that nobody else is kind of doing that I've seen on
Yeah,
YouTube. Of course, so many of us, so many different people, so I could be missing it, but I know the people that I've been kind of supporting, and vice versa for the last 3 months. We all been like sharing ourselves and helping each other. So like they're gonna come from there if the time is permitted or whatever. But yeah, and then that's you right. Just saying that alone, you're right. Quinn, Tammy, all y'all, I'll take that back because we're not little. We're fucking huge, and we're getting
yeah.
even more impactful and standing. So DJ Bandana Black was right because we are not small. I was just being sarcastic because
Yeah.
of
And
the
I catch
numbers.
myself doing the same thing. It's been plenty of
And
times I
but
do
see,
this.
the thing is, other people, and you already said it, other people also do other things. We ain't doing nothing and none of my people are doing nothing just gonna make an ass. Like everything, I can look at myself in the mirror when I leave, whatever. Or somebody can laugh at me and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But other people, and the problem that you have with that person, he took a sacrifice, like everything else. He took a sacrifice. Like you
yeah.
bent over, you went to the record company, and you bent over to get where you're at. And then that's why you and other people have shit to say about it, because you took the Vaseline. I don't have that situation.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm never gonna have that situation. I don't care, like people know, and like I tell you, it could be 2 or 3 people in here, and it's a few of newcomers and somebody just day ones that's gonna come up in here with me and rock whatever I got to say for two, and that's the beautiful thing about this. But gotta get back to the superstar of the joint. Let me think of what else. I just had a couple more. Oh, the same thing that we was just talking about. Where do you rate yourself as a content creator, bro?
I'm as a content creator, honestly, top of the scale. I'm the best. It's going to happen. It might not. I'm speaking it right now because I might not be that yet. But honestly, I feel that way. It's just really just being consistent and putting you all into it.
So you said it's been 2 years. So what has been the money train for you? What has been like your niche, or the best part of what you think that you've been doing so far in the 2 years of you sticking to doing what you do? This have got you to 60 or the 45,000.
I think honestly, this gonna sound mad corny, but this is the truth. It's really just being myself. Like, say for example, like if it's a breaking news story, say if somebody in the chat right now say like, yo, there's a video with Jay-Z getting his chain snatched. Most YouTubers are gonna do a video, Jay-Z got his chain snatched, you gotta go do this, you gotta do that. I'm gonna wait 2-3 days, find out the facts of it, and then put together a video and say he didn't get his chain snatched. Somebody tried to snatch it and they wind up getting clapped. This is the truth of it. So like with me, it's really just being myself and not doing it just for views, not doing it just for money. If you do anything, not just YouTube, anything in life just for money or just for views, you might be successful, but it's not. You're not going to have the longevity of it. The same way that I'm talking to you right now, you can call any of my homies in the city. They'll tell you like Bandananna Black, kick it with us like this regularly. This is how I regularly talk. I'm just regularly that way. So it's really just being yourself.
Right. That's what's up. What at the beginning, the first quarter of no, I don't even want to get to that because that's gonna be close to the last. Have your how it's 2-part questioning. How do you rate giving up the key, the wrench? How does one get the wrench in your community or on your channel?
I don't really have a lot of moderators only because
Yeah.
like even the moderators that I have, there's only one moderator who I know in real life. But if it's somebody who's been supporting the channel for a while, I'm not even talking about donating, but as far as like being on the lives, keeping a positive vibe, stuff like that, then I might just be on live one day and say, you know what, you've been rocking. I done seen you on 4 or 5 different lives. You've been doing positive things. Even though you might be a moderator or somebody's channel who I don't rock with, but you've been 100 with me, so I might throw that. But what I do, it really depends on what you do. Like what I do on YouTube, I don't really necessarily need a lot of moderators because say for example, if somebody right now get on live and say, yo, you a fuck nigga, when I see you, I'm gonna smack you. Instead of deleting that person, just say something back to them, because every time they reply back, they got to watch a video, which is another view for you, which is money for you. So with me, I don't really block people or any of that. Let's just say something about my family or my kid or something that's real. I don't really care what you say, because at the end of the day, you're still clicking on the video and it's still helping me out.
Exactly. I haven't got, like I said before, we don't want to get to that. I don't do it neither. Unless like that's the only thing I say are off limits. Like my friends are saying on another person's channel, this family, about the trolls, and that's what I'll go to next after I still haven't finished this one. So my fault. The ADD runs wild.
There you go.
Have you had a mod backstab you?
How to have a mod? No, it's kind of hard to like I said, just because of where I'm from, it's not really even if a moderator did some funny stuff, I would just
I'm talking
make.
as far as internet wise though, just YouTube wise, not because like you said, knowing them personally. I don't mean like that. I mean just backstab like far as like being
Nah, I
like,
don't.
yo, you like they do, like me next week, 2 weeks from now. I holler at you again, like yo, we can work on something. You say no, and then next thing I know, oh DJ Bandana, y'all, that dude's a bitch. Oh yeah, I interviewed him, but he's a sucker.
Yeah, I get what you're
YouTube
saying. Like I don't.
shit. The YouTube shit.
I've never had anything like that happen to me. But even if it did, it's still going to benefit me because even say for 2 weeks from now, if you did do that, then the people that rock with you gonna want to see my side of it. So they're gonna come to my channel to see what I got to say. So they're still gonna help me out either way. So I don't really this whole online thing is not like it's not real life to me. So it doesn't really even if they did, I probably didn't notice it.
Okay. I want to ask before because this is good too. Jay, our boy Jay Magum Magum him again still Jay Mag and Jay Mag, he doesn't like that because somebody have fun with it over there. Anyway, he asked, tell us about your setup. What USB mic you use, bro? Yeah, the mic look proper. Just your setup.
I'm actually, you know what's crazy? I was at Best Buy today and I was actually going to buy a new mic, but I decided to go grocery shopping instead. But this right here is the Blue Yeti. I don't know what it's a Blue Yeti something. It's probably only like $100 right now. Probably cheaper than that used, but that's pretty much what it is. And on my setup, I don't know if I can show you. Let me try to see if I can show you how to set up on here. Hopefully. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have the dual monitor. So I got the Blue Yeti, and then I got the Stream Deck. That just helped me switch between different scenes or whatever like that. I got the Alexa Echo something. I don't even know what this is. I just bought it just to have it. And I got like a bunch of different lights and shit like that too. But it's pretty much just like it's almost like a gaming setup because I do game a little bit too. But it's nothing too special. Like my whole setup all together is probably under 4,000 or 5,000. But I didn't buy it all at once. Like once I made like $300 on YouTube, I would take 150 and buy another mic. Once I made $1,000 on YouTube, I go buy a computer, go buy this. So I just really just invested in myself over and over until I actually built up. And a lot of this is off my just regular. I do, like I said, I do promotions. I got 2 other jobs. I'm really just investing into myself because I felt like if I buy all of this stuff now and I go broke tomorrow, as long as I have an internet connection, I can still do something. So I just made sure that I had everything set up.
Can I ask you something too? How much does that on that gaming chair cost? What, like 300?
The gaming PC?
No, that chair you're in.
Oh, this right. Oh no, I got this joint on. Yeah, I got this on Amazon for about $350. But you can pretty much like what happens is there's one main company that makes these gaming chairs, and then they sell the rights to other companies. Like this one says AK Racing, and I paid like $350, but it'd be the exact same chair that's made by like AR Racing that costs $150. So it's the exact same chair. You got to just research
TH3 Racing for $285 coming out in May. What blew them chairs? What's the sensation about that? What blew them chairs up?
The gaming chairs, honestly, I'm gonna keep it G with you. Honestly, this shit is just for looks. Like, if you go get like a $70 chair from Walmart, like an office chair, it's definitely gonna be more comfortable than this. This just looks official, looks like a gaming chair. So that's the reason why I got it. It's really not that comfortable. Like, you sit in this shit for more than like an hour, your back gonna be hurting and all that. You could just go to Walmart and get like a $70 chair and do the same thing. But it's really just, I just wanted to treat myself. Like I said, I've been putting a lot of work in, doing a lot of things, made a little bit of money, so I just bought it. But it's not needed. The most important thing for doing YouTube would be your camera. First of all, your camera, and then your audio as far as your microphone, and then third would be your lighting. So even though I'm sweating right now, it's because I got like a $200 Elgato light fucking shining down on my eye. But it's really just and nobody's gonna be perfect starting off. Like I said, when I first started doing my videos, it was really just my phone. And once I started making money, people started supporting it. Then I felt that I owed it to my community to, instead of going buying $3,000 leather coats and eating out and doing those other shit, I'm saying invest back into it so they can have a better experience. That's pretty much my mindset.
Tim, yeah, you can get a microphone. That definitely is good. The camera is definitely good. See, I'm over here in the dark. He's in the light like a motherfucking lantern. Still looking sexy over here. But yeah, that's gotta throw some humor in there. No, what was the echo thing that you was talking about, Abby? Um, I wanted to get them. If anybody else got a couple of questions before I let them go, I mean, I got one more, couple more questions. The next thing that I was gonna ask you for myself was just a couple, and then I'm gonna let you go and enjoy wifey and your grand theft Call of Duty. You could have passed me that goddamn Henny too. But
This ain't even Henny.
um
This how you know I'm not a big YouTuber. This is called Sally. This is like great value
but
Henny.
Sally, I mean, see, no, but see, I took it for him. You didn't have to show, but see, that I fucks with you, bro, because like I said, you do a lot of shit like me, like listening to you, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's in and out. I always been rock with you before just coming up there the other day and shit like that. But it's been
Yeah,
like that and listening to you, you know, and then certain shit that you said the other day and just joking, like just the messages before getting to this.
yeah.
Same type of shit and that type of shit, just keeping it real and being ourselves. I like that about you, bro. What
Appreciate that.
what would be your next big move, bro?
My next big move, honestly, I want to get to a point to where it's two things. I want to open up a steak shop in my neighborhood, Central Park,
Word.
called it's gonna be called El Blackos because I'm Bandana Black and I love Mexican food, but it's gonna be like hood food and Mexican food. But before 2021 is over, I want to be in a position to um even if I don't sign the artist, but put an artist from Buffalo in a position to take off. As far as I work with this particular artist and they streams is going crazy, their YouTube views is going crazy. Now labels is calling them. That's really my goal for 2021. And I got three artists from the region that I got my eye on right now that I think that it can happen with. It's just that everything got to play its part. It definitely can happen. Like anything is possible. Like literally, like if you can. I can get 2 million views off of an iPhone, then I can get an artist in a good position off of just being genuine. So that's pretty much my goal for 2021.
That's really what's up. Sir earlier is asking, I think I know the answer to this, but DJ, do you prefer beats on phone or going out purchasing beat machines?
Um, I don't know. Like I'm not really stuck in the past as far as having to have an MPC and doing beats just like that too. Like if you can make a beat on your phone and it's a solid song, I respect it as much as if you went and got a bunch of records and the MPC and did the same thing. I'm a little different. Like I'm not too old to where I only respect all the old school stuff, and I'm not too young to where we only rock with the new stuff. But whatever works, honestly.
Yeah. That's what's up. We're gonna get it so early. All you gotta do is keep coming around and getting it together. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes because this is in a good, lovely time where somebody can watch this. Just not here on the replay without it being too long. I thank all y'all for being here. That's here now in the replay. Yeah, I got a few more. I wanted you to tell us something about yourself and even your friends in Buffalo. Tell us something about yourself that even somebody in Buffalo don't know about you, or somebody who's been following you for the 2 years that you've been on YouTube.
Something that people don't know about me. Probably that if I could have any job in the world, as far as a dream job, no matter if money wasn't an issue, I always wanted to work at a pet shop or a bike shop. Like as far as like fixing like not motorcycles, but regular bikes or a pet shop. Like I love like fish, whether it's saltwater fish or regular fish. I got a fish tank in the back, but I got the cover on it so the light won't reflect off it. But that's one thing. Another thing is this gonna sound hilarious. I don't know if I should say this. This might be exclusive. I know that one of my haters are gonna take this clip of what I'm about to say and make it into some old other type shit, but I know how to crochet. Like I was raised by women. Dad wasn't around. My mom knew how to crochet. I can make a blanket crocheting. I never did it. Like I don't do it, but I know how to crochet.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the type to, just like that's why motherfuckers always be joking and talking shit about my cooking. Most of the time it's because motherfuckers can't do shit like that. I mean,
Yeah.
sir, I mean, it's niggas who know how to do hair. It's niggas who know how to really braid, like really know how to, you know what I'm saying, do the brandy braids. If I was a nigga who would do that, I'm just hooking these bitches up with some brandy braids. That's just it. I don't care what you think. I'm
Yeah,
getting
I
that
forgot to mention too. I
but
know how to I know how to braid too. I know how to braid too. I can French braid too. I got a 7-year-old daughter. I can braid. I just can't do the part straight. So I can give her like two little French braids, but I can't do the part straight. But I can do
right.
that.
Yeah, don't let nobody fool you with that BS. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all, give me a couple more minutes, y'all. That anybody, Pamela J, anybody, Quinn, you want, especially you, Quinn. You ain't got no questions, man. This is on DJ Bandana Black. You got all them records. You don't want to ask him what you got to do to get some, to send him some or whatever, because he definitely a
Well, I can
player.
finally see the comments
Sure,
now.
Bus, what's up, man? You came up here, man. Man, late, bro. But I thank you for coming. Everybody's coming, man. Because like I said, if y'all don't know, which we already gonna let it be known, that's his name right there. And like I said, if y'all only got a couple of questions, I'm only gonna give it a couple more minutes. Name is right there, and that's what I usually follow it up with. If they don't got nothing else, man, I just want them to just DJ Bandana, just let everybody know where you can be found at, and the other like where you can be found at, and that's about it.
Okay, first of all, shout out to you, bro. Shout out for you having me on the channel, and just taking your time out to even kick it with me. Like, I honestly appreciate this. I know a lot of people say that on some bullshit shit, but I literally was looking forward to doing this. Like, I literally been in the emergency room all day. My ankle hurt,
Thank
my
you.
shoulder hurt, all that type of shit. But I was like, I still got to do this joint. Shouts out to, I'm probably reading this wrong, but G'd Up Quinn says, shout out to the African and South American cichlids. I got some African cichlids in there too. I'm actually half Nigerian. My dad is from Nigeria, like actually straight from Africa. Jay says Bandana Black made Bernie Sanders mittens. No lie, I probably could. I probably could make the mittens. But I forgot what you just asked me. What did you just ask me? My bad, bro.
Now I asked like I was about to type him with two things. I just basically wanted you to let people know where they can find you or any way that they could connect with you for your on social
Okay,
media
okay.
place. And
You
Quinn,
got
that's what I'm saying. Me and you are good. Hold on, me and you are good with anything, and I feel you and I respect that, OG. But the only thing I was saying is like I asked people to give out any questions, and if anything, this is real. You know how I am. This is real stuff. So you could text anything, or when I said to ask those questions, you can ask them anything and talk about music. That's not stepping on my foot. You should know how I do for you or anybody that rock with me, bro. That's a real DJ, and he in Buffalo, you in the city. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna get in the way of that.
Yeah, I respect that. As far as me, you can follow me on all social media at DJ Bandana Black, whether it's Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. I might still got a MySpace page, but everything is at DJ Bandana Black. Or if you just Google # I am Buffalo, you can pretty much find me on all social media. But if you just want to be a player and help me out, please subscribe to my Twitch channel. Just go to twitch.tv/DJ Bandana Black, and I will greatly appreciate it. You don't even got to watch the videos, just subscribe. I appreciate if you watch the videos on Twitch, but as long as you subscribe, that would definitely help me out. But I'm DJ Bandana Black on everything.
Well, sir, only got the last thing. He just wanted to ask how do you feel about, I think he's with it, but how do you feel about hip hop and music in general post the millennium?
I'm one of those open-minded people, so I mean, I like it all. Like it's different music for different situations. Like 99% of the shit that come out right now, I wouldn't listen to on my personal time. But if I'm DJing a club or doing something like that, then you got to play the little Uzi Verts, the Migos, the NBA Young Boys, the Kodak Blacks, all that. As far as my personal whip, none of that's getting played. But I'm a DJ. I understand I got to do it for other people. I listen to still Dipset, Nas, Jay-Z, Griselda, Joe Button. Like Joe Button to me is probably like, if he's not the best as far as the top 3 lyrical artist ever. Like, and I don't even like him as a person. Like, he's a mook as a person because he did some funny shit about Buffalo. But Joe Buttons as an artist is one of my favorite artists. But I don't know. That's pretty much it. And I'm the number one Dipset fan, and Fantasia is the greatest singer of our time.
Hey man, so hey, I appreciate everybody that came and caught this brother live. Appreciate you on DJ Bandana Black for coming up here and showing T History love on the panel. This is a great interview, man, and that's what it is, man. So like I said, rock out, have a good time with the wifey, drink your Hennessy. I don't care what it is, Hennessy tonight. And again, man, great time, and I thank you. And again, I hit you up in a minute. I hit you up and see what's going on, man. You have a wonderful 21 with your platform, and I'm pretty sure people who wasn't aware of you, they're aware of you now, and will subscribe, or at least go over there and see what you be doing, and then they'll subscribe. All my
Okay,
family,
definitely.
sure, plus everybody else, I thank y'all for coming, and we out for now.
Definitely appreciate you, bro.
All right, no problem. Gotta get it right, baby. We out. It's time. Love to all my peoples in the building, the union. Eric Quinn, thanks for coming, Sir Early, Jew, Rain. You already know Chocolate Kisses, Tammy C, everybody. Thank y'all for coming and spending the time with me on this great interview. Peace. Catch y'all in a second. I know Tommy's. Let's go.